Here are the Brazilian peppers that I harvested. Dried them out in the sun for about 3 or 4 days. They were still sticky. They weren't completely dried out. This is the spice grinder. I tried to remove as much stems as possible. We're going to grind them up. I harvested more than enough, not knowing what to expect. There they are, grinding away. The so-called invasive, horrible plant. There is somewhat of a paste. As you can see, it looks resinous and sticky and very aromatic. It has quite an aroma. Somewhere near coriander and white pepper and floral. Now I'm cooking some spaghetti. Just showing you that I'm taking the time to do it right. And some onion and garlic. And a big teaspoon of the Brazilian pepper. And I decided to put a little more. And believe me, you can smell it. It's very floral. And it's not very peppery. So we're going to put some butter and some olive oil into the saute pan. I'm holding the camera as I do this, so it's not that easy. Got it on medium-high heat. And some olive oil is going to be added. Generous amount. I'm going to aromatize the oil. So we're going to let that get to medium-high heat. And now I'm adding the garlic, onion, and Brazilian pepper mix. And yes, I scraped the rest of that off camera. So, now I'm going to stir fry it until it caramelizes to an extent. You can definitely smell the Brazilian pepper. It does seem to go with garlic. I think it may go with white pepper. Oregano I wouldn't do. Basil maybe, but probably not. I'd think maybe paprika, but I think it's along the lines of coriander and white pepper. Now I'm adding some cheap tomato paste, so it can kind of, gel. And keep it moving for about 4 to 6 minutes. Till it gets desperate for that pasta. And mixing that stuff in there. And you can see it simmering a bit, not too much. Add that pasta in there. Spaghetti. And a little bit of seasoning, just for the shit of it. And we're going to let that cook for about 2.5 minutes. Just to get it kind of juicy. I did not have an allergic reaction. I felt a little bit, maybe a medicinal effect, or a euphoria. It definitely put me back to sleep for a few minutes in the morning. I ate this around 9:30 in the morning. Would I do it again? The Brazilian pepper has an unusual flavor. I think it may have medicinal properties. I don't think it's a villain of a plant. I think there's something to it. But I do not have any sort of allergic reaction to it. And it is very interesting, although it's somewhat unappealing maybe.